Good evening, everyone. Everyone is able to hear me? Okay. Okay. Everyone is able to hear me? Okay. So just, yeah, I'll upload. Yeah. Today I'll be uploading. Today after this class, I'll upload everything. All right then. So yesterday I was telling you about SLF4J as an interface and different logging libraries like log4j, logback. Like that, there are different logging libraries, right? So today I'm going to tell you about log4j library. Okay. Without using SLF4j. And then we'll see log4j library with SLF4j. Okay. So let me now share my screen. So we'll be seeing log4j library without using SLF4j. Log4j library using SLF4j. Okay, just 1 minute. Huh? Okay. All right. So now let us do a simple starting program. Okay. What is that is? Let me create one Maven project. Now we know Maven, right? Now we can use Maven for everything now, right? Now let us create one Maven project. Let me create now quick start. Now I'll say log4j demo, log4j demo. I'll say com.log4j demo. Log4j demo. Okay. Click on finish. Right? Now I'll just update in pom.xml. Now I'll be adding one library. Okay. I'll be adding two libraries. Okay. One is log4j core and log4j API. So these two libraries are required. Okay. What I'll be doing, you know, I'll be using org.apache.logging.log4j. So I'll say log4j-core. So okay, I'll be using this version 2.17.2. And similarly, I'll be using one more library, log4j API. Log4j API. And same, okay. I'll be using these two libraries. Okay. I'll be using these two libraries. So these two libraries I'll be using. So basically, so what log4j provides is, this is the core library. Okay, that provides classes for logging the messages. Okay. So this provides classes for logging the messages. And this provides classes. Okay. Or this provides program interfaces or classes for logging framework, where in programs we use, okay, to send log messages. Okay. So we should have these two dependencies compulsory. Okay. Now, let me now write one program. A simple program. Okay. You know what I'll be doing now? First, we'll create a logger object. As I told you, we'll not use system.out.println, we'll be using loggers. So logger is equal to log manager dot get logger. I'll not be using this, sorry. I'll just save this. Here I'll say log4j logger. Okay. You see here, log4j logger. Log4j log manager. So log manager dot get logger. Get logger of app.class. Okay. Now, if you see, these are part of your this library. This log4j API library. And internally, when you send any log messages, so they'll be using these core libraries internally. Okay, so these two are compulsory required. Now, what is this log manager means? See, this is actually the class used to get the logger object, and this is how we'll get a logger object. And what is the use of this logger object is create a logger object. So using this logger object, we can write the messages. So you see here now. Now I'll say logger dot info. So this is first message from logger. Now you see, instead of system.out.println, I'll be just writing like this. See, whatever instead of system.out.println, I'll be writing like this. So if I run this code, see, now I'll run this code. See, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Ideally, this should be printed, right? But where that is coming, that is not coming here. So for that, we should use configuration to define that. Okay. So we should use a configuration to define that. So what is the configuration will tell is? So in source main, we'll create a folder called resources. Resources. Okay. And here we'll create one XML file called log4j2.xml. Log4j2.xml. So this is the log4j configuration. Okay, this is the log4j configuration. And here what I'll do, here I'll say configuration. And here I'll tell you appenders. Okay, I'll tell you what is this appenders. And here I'll say console. Okay, name is equal to console appender. Console appender. And target is system_out. Okay. And here I'll close the appenders. I'll tell you what is this. Okay. I'll close this appender. Okay. I already have this. Okay. Now I'll say here root level. I'll explain you what is this. Root level is equal to info. And then I'll say here appender ref. Appender ref is equal to, and I'll copy this console appender. Okay. So here I'll say loggers. So source format. So like this. I'll tell you what is this. So the simple basic configuration for any log4j library. So in log4j configuration, one important part is appenders. Okay. Appenders is one important part. And loggers is another section. If you take this as the simple configuration file. But take this simple config file. Okay, this is the configuration file. Now under this, so under this, we have this section. Under this, we have this section. So where we have appenders, okay, and loggers. What do you mean by appender is? Appender is nothing but appender means now my program, this is my Java file, right? My Java file, okay, is using logger object. This is using logger object. Okay, this is my Java file. So this is using logger object. Now using this logger object, now this logger object will use this appender. Okay. And this appender is a kind of a channel. Okay, this appender is kind of a channel. This kind of channel where log is sent to console or file or database. Okay. So through appender, we can send to different targets. One target is console. What is your console? Console is system.out, right? In Java, what is console? System.out is console. Right? Next, you can also send this to file. You can also send this to a file. Okay. And where you can write the logs to a file. You can also send this to a database where you can send the logs to a database. That means whatever the Java file send the logs, okay. So just okay. So sorry for this. Sir, I got a call. Okay. So what this appender will do is, appender is a kind of a channel where log is sent to a console or file or database. Okay. So now what we'll be doing is, so Java file sends log messages. Okay. We'll be sending log messages. What is a log message? This is one message. Okay. This is one message. Whatever I'm planning to send in system.out.println, the same thing I'm planning to send now here. A kind of message or error or any exception error. Okay. Now, so now what will happen is, so this Java file will send the message using this logger object, that is using this logger object, and it will use appender. And now this message can be sent to a console, that is this target, or this message can be logged to a file, or this message can be sent to a database, right? In that way, the message can be sent to any of these channels. So in my configuration now, I have put console appender, which is the target is system_out. Now this section will tell that the logger object is, see, appender reference means this one. So this should match here. So this section will tell that the logger object is sending the log to console appender, and that means this one. And what is your console appender is targeting? System_out, which is your screen, which is your console screen. I'll show you for file also. For file also, I'll be showing you. Okay. So now you see here. Log is a message. Log is a message. Should I told, right? See, for example, whatever you are doing, you are writing in system.out.println. You are sending some message, right? That message is log here. Okay, whatever you are enclosing that in this double quotes, that is a message, right? That message is a log. Yesterday I told you this one. Okay. Now let me run this code. Now you see some error I got. Main root cut invalid element or attribute appender. Why? Why you need the why? Okay. Here I have to say appender ref. Small. Okay. This one I have to. This is missing. Okay. Now I'll run this program. Now I got, you see, now whatever I printed here, that is coming on your console. This is your console, right? Your output screen. This one is output screen. Okay. Like that, if I print some more messages. So just run this. So now I got the messages. See, whatever this is one log. We can say this is one log message. This is another log message. This is another log message. Like that, 3 log messages are coming here. And how they are printing in the screen on the console. It is using this configuration. I'll tell you what is this root level. So for now, you can think like this root level means, okay? This root level means any Java class uses root logger. Okay. That means, for example, I'll tell you, this is one Java class. Okay. Now from this class, I'm going to call one more method, one more class. So let me call one more class. I'll create one more class. So I'll create one service class. And here I'll say public void method 1. Here again, I'll write the same way. So here I'll say service.class. And here I'll say logger.info. So this is service. This is service method 1. Here I'm going to use this one. Now you see, now I'll run this program. Now you see, I'll run this program. Service 1 dot method 1. I'll run this program. Now you see, I'm getting these messages. See, when I run this main program, okay. Okay. So now this is calling this method. Right. So what will happen is now, yeah, this will append the ref. Right. Now, when I run this program, so first this gets printed, next this gets printed, next this printed. Now I'm creating an object of service class. Now service 1 dot method 1 means this logic calls, this method calls call, and this gets printed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 are getting printed. Okay, 4 are getting printed. And if you see this root logger, when I say root means this is applicable to any Java class. So any Java class, either this class or this class uses this root logger. And for root logger, what is appender? Console appender. And what console appender will do? It will target to system out. So that means when I say like this, so when I say like this, when I say like this, so this is a root logger. This is a root logger applicable to, this is applicable to any Java class in this project. That means either this class or this class, any class will take this root logger. For all these loggers, I mean for this logger or for this logger. So when you log the messages, they'll be sending to this console appender, and this console appender is where system underscore out. I'll tell you what is this level. There is some separate discussion I have to discuss on this level. I'll tell you what is this level. For now, I'm putting info. Okay, info. I'm putting this info. Like that, we have different log levels. I'll tell you that. Everyone understood till now? Now you see here. Everyone understood till this part? Right. Now, like that, I can log the messages not only to console, I can send to file also. I'll show you how we can send the logs to a file. That is a separate chapter I'm going to tell you. Okay. Now, let me tell you something about this. See, what is this message? This message is coming plain format. This message is coming plain format. Yesterday, I told you one difference, right? So what is the difference is? System.out.println will send the messages only to console, whereas log libraries will send the message to console file database. Oh, fine. Okay, with system.out, we can print only the message inside it. That means if I say system.out.println, this double quote message, only this message will be printed. That means only this message, whatever. But with logger, we can capture date, time, method name, class name along with message. That means along with this message, we can capture so many things. Okay, for that, what I'll do now? Here I'll say, in my configuration file, here I'll say like this. Here I'll say pattern layout. And here I'll say pattern is equal to %P, %C, I'll tell you %D, %T, I'll say %M, %N. I'll tell you what is this. So this is called pattern layout. Now I'll run this program. Now I'll see how you'll get. And I'll explain you. See, now I got in a different way, right? We got the message here. But before that, we got so many things. Right? Let me change this. %DLC. And let me run this program. Okay. Now you see. Now you see this. We got a Let me take this part. Right. So in this message, the percentage D. Now we're defining a pattern layout where the pattern layout will determine the pattern on which the message should be in which pattern. So this percentage D will give the date time at which the log got generated. The system date time at which log got generated. Okay. The percentage P will give the log level. As I told you, there are different levels. This is a separate chapter I have to tell. For now, it is info. I mean, log level like info. Example. Next, a percentage C will give the class name. Capital C, this will give the class name. So this will give the class name. Okay. Percentage T. This will give the thread name. Percentage T will give the thread name. Thread name. Right. And percentage M, this gives the message. This gives the message. Right. And percentage N, so this gives the new line. It is a new line actually. Now you see whether this format now should match with this. So let me take one message here. Now percentage D will give the date format. That means till this part. Till this part is your system date format. DD, YY, MM, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So this is your system time at which log is generated. Log is generated. Right? Okay. Next is what? Percentage P. Percentage P is, see, info got printed. Info. Because I'm using logger.info. So this level I'll say this is a level separate chapter I'll tell you. Next, percentage C is a class name. Class name is this part. From which class this message came? This is the package name and this is the class name. This class only, right? From app class, this is the package name. com.log4jdemo.app. This is the class name. Complete. This we call this as a fully qualified class name because it gives the package name also. Okay. And percentage T is the thread actually, which is called main thread. So this is the main thread. So thread actually from main thread. Why? Because this is starting from a main program. So this is a main thread. And percentage M, this is the message. That means this is the message. This is the log message. This is the log message, right? See, whatever I'm printing in this message, so that message is coming here. And percentage N, this is a new line character. That means next line, it will go to the next line so that the next log message So that now the second message will be coming. The second message also will be in the same format. You see second message also. So the same format, this is the message. Now it is calling this method, right? Service one method. Now here there is a change here. Here the class name is different, you see. Because this log is coming, this is service method one. So this log is coming from this class. And it is a part of main thread only, because main thread only is calling this method. So this is your message. Okay, here if you see, so this message is coming from this. So class name got changed here. Class name got changed. So you can change the pattern. See, now you see. Now I can shift this pattern. I'll put this %d here. Now the order will change, you see. So run as Java application. Now so you got a different order now, you see. And if I see this order, so this is the order. Right? So %p is your level, right? That is info. %c is your class name. %d is your timestamp, date timestamp. %t is your main thread. Okay? %p. Next, %c. Next, %d. Next, %t. And %m. Right? And n will be your next line. N will be your new line. It will be print the new line. In this way, see, you will not have this facility in system.out.println. But in logger, with logger, we can capture date, time, method name, class name along with the message. Everyone understood? Everyone clear, right? So you'll not have this facility. You'll not have this facility with system.out.put, but you'll get the facility with this. See, the advantage of this is you'll know that when this message got printed, when this message got generated. And tomorrow, if you see any error also, okay, now see, let me now tell you an error. I'll generate some error here. Okay, just some. I know this division by 0 will get an error. So I'll just say try catch exception EX. Here I'll say logger.error of ex.getMessage, comma EX. Okay. I'm just generating an error here. Now, see, I'm just saying logger. Now, see, I'm using here logger.info, but here logger.error. These are the levels I'm going to tell. These are the levels. For normal messages, I'll give info. For error messages, I'll give error. Now, you see, I'll run as this. See, now I got an error here. Instead of info, I got error. I got an error. And see, I can see now this error got generated so and so time actually. Okay. See, I can print only ex.getMessage. I don't need to print stack trace completely. See, like this, I'll say. See, now I got an error here because it's a division by 0. I'll get an arithmetic exception. So I'll get an error here, logger.error, ex.getMessage is division by 0. And see here the level got changed. It is error now. For normal messages, I'll say info. For error message, I'll say error. I'll tell you what are these. These are called levels actually. Okay. See, when I see the log now, I can see that this error got generated so and so time actually. Okay. So we'll be studying now what are various log levels. Log levels. So log levels determine the severity of log messages. So this will determine how critical the message being logged. Okay, this will determine how critical the message being logged. So till now we have seen two levels, right? Example, info level. Info level will give the basic information of the message. Okay. Error level, this will give the error or exception okay, in a particular line of the program or in a particular method of the program. Okay. So like that, there are various types of log levels. We are going to see those log levels. So what are the various types of log levels is, I'll tell you. So various types of log levels. One is trace. Second one is debug. Third is info. Fourth one. Fifth one is error. Sixth one is fatal. Okay, so these are the various types of log levels. So already just we have given a touch base on this info and error, but tomorrow I'm going to explain you all these log levels. Any doubts here till now? So tomorrow I'm going to explain you these log levels. I'll take 2 days to explain this, okay? So this I'll go in depth of this. This is very important. I'll tell you tomorrow also. Today I'll be uploading the classroom notes also. Google Classroom link I already sent you, right? This is the Google Classroom link. So please reach out to Supriya madam. Yeah, please send message to Supriya madam. I sent you, right? All right then. So then let us meet tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we'll be seeing log levels. I'll be uploading today all the notes still covered today. Okay, then thank you all. See you tomorrow then. Thank you.